What is up, Aquarius? Welcome back to the channel. If you are new or a cross watcher, I welcome you as well. We are coming up on the full moon in Libra, March 25th. That's going to be Monday, just a couple of days away. It's also a lunar eclipse at the same time. So with the two of these together, it will shine light on relationships and specifically signal a time to let go of connections that may have fulfilled their purpose. So I'm going to start off with a sacred symbols oracle and see where we go. Tell us about Aquarius, please. Full moon in Libra. Tell us about Aquarius, please. Full moon in Libra. Message. All right, so some sort of message coming in. Number 33 reduces to 6. So you could be getting some type of message, whether it's text message, email, could very well even be a download you receive from your spirit guides regarding a connection. Let's see. Could be you giving a message to somebody. Yeah. A letter, text, email, vision, dream, conversation, music, or some other form of a message is coming regarding your current situation. Be open to receiving it. Meditate on this symbol to draw a message from your ancestors and guides to you at this time. Okay, so you at this time will be receiving a message. Again, could be any form. Like I said, it could very well be from another person, or it could be from, your spirit team. Could be your subconscious mind too, with, dreams, downloads. Okay, so there's something you're gonna need to know about a connection. So let's get a little more. I'm going to do the Mystic Black Rose Oracle. All right, tell us about Aquarius and the message. Tell us more about this, please, for Aquarius. What is the message? Tell us more. Full moon in Libra. What do we got for Aquarius? Reflection. Coffee date. Obsession. So I feel that there's somebody that is still holding on to either wanting to meet up with you, have a discussion with you. And I feel that this other person has possibly gone through a dark night of the soul. Okay. And this is probably something this person wants to talk to you about. And it's, why they probably have not let go completely with regards to wanting to have another conversation with you, wanting to meet up with you again. Maybe you two parted ways, or your last discussion left you two probably distant from each other. And this message coming in is to talk about, I guess, what this person has learned from taking a look at themselves, right, after a possible dark night of the soul. All right, so we're going to do the message of love oracle. Give us some more, please. Oh, we got a runner. They don't want to run anymore. Okay. Ego. Yeah, ego death. Dark night of the soul will do that to you. And holding back. Yeah. Yeah. So this person was all caught up in their ego, holding back from you, not able to express themselves, constantly running from conversation, still holding on, but still, they were constantly running from having any real discussions with you, real meaningful discussions about how they felt. So they always were holding their feelings back behind, from behind them. And, their ego was in the way of this. So it looks like this person has probably had a bit of an ego death. And now they're looking at, not wanting to run anymore. And it's like they want to hold on to having this conversation with you so that, to let you know, let you know that why they were holding back, why they were in their ego. Interesting. So I don't know. I don't know if this is about you letting go of this connection has made this person realize they need to let go of the connection they had with their ego and why they were holding back. Let's see. So start with message. Tell us about this message. Tell us about the message. High Priestess. Chariot. Temperance. Really? All three majors. I'd say this person definitely had a dark night of the soul, for sure. With three majors on the message. And this person, maybe it scared him a little bit too, right? So you could be very well be dealing with a Pisces, Cancer, or Sagittarius. Could have any of those in their chart. You could, doesn't have to be. That's just the main strong energy that has come out on the board right away with this message. Yeah. It's like now this person wants to talk about, and I feel like they want to come in quickly and talk about this because the Chariot is one of the fastest energies in the deck. So it's about getting direction, moving forward, and then Temperance is finding the peace, the harmony, the balance. And then the High Priestess is the intuition, it's your common sense. It's your subconscious, right? The knowing. So it's now basically, I'm feeling here, it's like this person is now, after having a dark night of the soul, killing the ego off a little bit. And again, there's nothing wrong with having ego. Ego is what gets us up out of bed every day to face the day and do what we need to do. The problem is having too much ego to where it's, ego stopping you from, doing something, like moving forward, talking to somebody, too prideful to talk about that, they needed to have self-reflection and being forced into the dark night of the soul. Sometimes that's it. That's an ego, admitting to the fact that we're all not perfect, and admitting to the fact that, we all can always work on bettering ourselves, right? Some people, feel that they already are born perfect, and that's not true, right? So that's kind of an ego thing of thinking, I don't need to work on myself. I'm perfect. There's nothing wrong with me. I've done nothing wrong. That's crap. We all do. I do it all the time, but as long as you get your energy back in check and say, whoa, my vibration, my mood, what I just said was out of line. I need to get myself back in line. And Temperance, would be, getting yourself back in realignment, peace, harmony, balance. So it's like, maybe this person's intuition was blocked for some time because they were so stuck in ego that they couldn't listen to their subconscious about maybe how they felt about you, where they wanted this relationship to go. And then boom, they were put into a dark night of the soul to reflect on their ego and why they were running. So maybe this person was a little too prideful to come forward and talk about why they were always running from you, maybe having a real conversation. Maybe it was feelings they were running from. And now this message is, hey, I've been taking some time to look at myself. I would like to move forward, in some balance here in this situation between us. Would like to, and it's also, temperance is very the divine as well. So again, the divine may have forced this person into a reflection period, and maybe that was, I don't know, maybe because you walked away, maybe you stopped talking to this person, I don't know, but it's 3 majors. So this was a major change in this person's life, and they are holding on to the fact of now wanting to meet up and have a discussion about this. Interesting. All right, so tell us about the reflection. Tell us about the reflection. One more. Tell us about this reflection. Five of Cups. The Knight of Swords. Queen of Cups. So this person ended up getting, if this person was holding back, right, how they felt about you, this connection, because of the ego, running from their feelings, well, this dark night of the soul, or this reflection period for them, this ego death, came in pretty swiftly on them. And I don't think they were expecting it. It was like a rush of emotions came over this person with the Queen of Cups, because she's, very emotional. She, nurturing, caring, intuitive, right? Here's the High Priestess. The High Priestess is very intuitive, and so is the Queen of Cups. So there's a lot of intuition here that came rushing in, because this person was, in grief, self-pity, feeling the loss, maybe the loss of this connection. And it came into them, fast, with the Knight of Swords. It was like a rushing in thought that hit them. This message had come into them, and now it's like a message they need to talk to you about. Because if this person's not used to sitting and talking about their feelings, well, the loss that they had felt regarding you and this relationship ended up forcing a whirlwind of quick, fast thoughts, feelings of, the loss, feeling pitiful and all upset. And so that kicked them into a dark night of the soul, so you very Mel, I don't know, maybe your name's Mel or Melanie, I don't know. You very well could have been the person that kicked this person off into a reflection period from maybe disconnecting yourself. You may have very well disconnected. So let's talk about the let me go over to runner. Why were we running? Sorry, I got a loose piece of paper that wants to fly away. Tell us about this runner. Why was this person running? What were they running? What was this running? Page of Cups. 9 of Pentacles. 10 of Wands. It was almost like they couldn't be burdened with it was like they couldn't be burdened with coming forward, or it was too much of a burden to come forward, you know, with an emotional message. So they were more focused on being, you know, single and focusing on, you know, their pentacle, you know, being single and independent. So maybe this person's just used to being single and independent, and, you know, trying to even be bothered with, you know, emotional messages was just too much for this person to handle. So they ran, you know, so they run from feelings. So this is something that they needed to reflect upon. And boy, it sure happened when it rushed in, didn't it? You know? Yeah, it's definitely emotions, and that's what happened. So the dark night of the soul said, oh, okay, you can't be bothered with emotions. You like to hold back. Well, guess what? Ooh, we're going to make you feel everything there is to feel. That's what the Queen of Cups does. She is all about the feelings. She likes to, you know, be nurturing and caring and supportive. I like to say she's got the open door policy of, you know, listening to people and understanding them. And so this person had quite the rush. I mean, you know, especially with the 5 of Cups, they were feeling, you know, all their feels. And they were forced into feeling all their feels, which was probably very uncomfortable, but it also helped them, right? It helped them overcome not being emotional, okay? So let's go to the holding back. What exactly were we holding back? What exactly were we holding back? We know it was feelings, but what were these feelings about? One more. What were we holding back? What were we holding back? Page of Swords. The Knight of Cups. The Four of Cups. So it's like this person was holding back, having a truthful conversation. I almost feel like they were even watching you still, watching and trying to learn from you, maybe the way you walked, talked, maybe they were trying to figure out how to approach you because they were so uncomfortable with their feelings. The Knight of Cups is, taking action of being romantic, right? That's our romantic guy that wants to, show some love and romance towards somebody. But, the Four of Cups, can be some boredom, can be feeling lonely. I feel this person is lonely inside because they don't know how to deal with their emotions. And so you may have shown them love and they didn't see it, right? Even though I feel they are romantic inside, it's like they're embarrassed of that. They're embarrassed to show that they do have actually a true romantic side to them. And so they would just, sit back, watch, and learn from you. Maybe you have always been more comfortable with your feelings and they weren't. They had them, but they didn't know how to deal with them. And so they kind of shied away from your love, even though they had love and feelings, but all they did was, watch you, and, they weren't ready to come in and be truthful about how they felt, but yet they shrugged it off. They shrugged off any feeling for you, even though it looks to be that they have feeling that they wanted to come forward with. See how she's looking at him and he's got his arms crossed, so you may have very well shown some love and, an emotion towards this person, but they kind of cross their arms blocking it. Even though they did, have a romantic side that they wanted to come forward with, but they couldn't bring themselves to do it. So, tell us about Aquarius then in this situation. How does Aquarius feel about this person? How does Aquarius feel about this person? One more. How does Aquarius feel about this person? Tower, Six of Pentacles, the Magician, it's, you were looking for even give and take with this person. So you viewed this person as your happiness. So I feel that you were always wanting to manifest happiness, but it was like every time you did, it caused like a tower moment because this person ran, right? So every time they ran, you see the top of the tower got blown off, right? Because this person was always, they were too burdened being single and independent to deal with emotions. You know, they didn't have the maturity level. And I don't mean they were an immature person, but their emotions may not have been as mature as this person would have liked to have had their emotions. And that just is because they weren't used to dealing. They were always running from emotion. And that's something this person needed to work on. That's, you know, that's a shadow side. You know, we all have fears that we deal with. And this person, it was just being emotional. And you were always trying to find that even give and take, right? Where, you know, you would show a little love and you were hoping they would show a little love. And, you know, you viewed this person as your happiness. You were trying to do everything you could, right, with the Magician. And so some more signs before I forget. Gemini, Virgo, and then some Scorpio, Aries. But, you know, you were always, you know, trying to do what you could, right? You were pulling out everything you had out of your pockets, trying to get things to be even, right? I scratch your back, you scratch mine. I tell you, you know, I like you. I'm hoping you tell me you like me back. I love you. Do you love me back? You know, hey, do you want to go out and go to this party with me? And then you were hoping maybe they would invite you out. You were hoping it would be an even back and forth. But every time you tried to do this, a tower moment hit with them running. So you felt like all this work you were putting in just kept blowing up. You know, there was not much else you could do, right? There wasn't much else you could do. All right, hold for 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, Aquarius, I'm sorry about that. All right, so what's the possible outcome here? What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What is the possible outcome here? I mean, a message is coming in. So let's see. What is the possible outcome here? Ace of Swords. The Fool. Karma. The Justice card. Ooh. Another major. Scorpio energy, Aries energy. Well, the possible outcome here is, you know, and it's funny because on this particular card, this Karma card, which is in other decks is the Justice. This is the moon, and, you know, the way it is with the light around it, that is, you know, almost like an eclipse. So it's like during this time, what can happen is a wake-up call happens here. A truth, a sharp truth comes in with, you know, messenger. You might be seeing birds around you. Birds are messengers. And, you know, this overwhelming wake up aha moment comes in for the two of you about taking a leap of faith, right? Being the fool once again to try and make a go at this. This is the possible outcome. Now, everybody has free will. Anything can change at any time. But this is what can happen during this very particular moment is the karma hits, right? Where the justice is, aha, self-evaluation, wake-up call, time to make that decision with that sharp truth coming in, and then the fool right in the middle, taking that leap of faith, and trying to, make a go at this, meeting up, having that discussion, having some coffee, maybe you go out and have, dinner, wine, whatever it is that happens, to be able to have a real discussion about what's happened here. And during this time, this eclipse is going to make you both have that aha. It's going to be that quick, sharp truth that comes in, that is, you have the opportunity to take a leap of faith and try this. I think you both clearly have some emotion for each other, although one was always running from it. Looks like they've had time to sit with a lot of emotions that made them uncomfortable. Let's see. Let's go for Romance Oracle. What do we have in here before we close this out? I'm not going to do any timing checks on this because it's pretty clear that during this eclipse full moon time, there will be this sharp truth. Now, again, it's free will whether you two take that leap of faith to have a meetup and have a discussion. All right, what do we have in here for Romance Oracle? Yeah, sometimes we all learn at, different paces. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. There's the fool. The fool's taking the leap off that cliff to take a chance. Make the effort. 2 children, innocent, the fool, no agenda, right? No hidden motives, just let's meet up and see if we can't actually have a real discussion. And it doesn't have to be emotional right off the bat, it take time to get comfortable with each other again. And then during that conversation, little baby steps of opening up to get this off the ground. Do we have anything else? No, that's too many. Nice try, Spirit. I know you got a lot to say. Do we have anything else? Okay. Right? Heart-to-heart conversations. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. You can't make this shit up. Be a little closer for you. Look at that. Look at that. I'm going to end it there because it is clear here that judgment's going to hit you both. All right. It's going to be sharp. It's going to be clear. And it's almost like ending the old way of the connection, right? Taking it slow, opening up to each other, making the effort, right? Both of you making the effort, but it looks like this person would probably need to maybe reach out to you. And maybe that's what that message is, them making the effort about wanting to actually meet up is the start of this, making that effort. And then you opening up the door to let the effort kind of go back and forth. This is nice. Aquarius, I hope this was helpful. Much love and light. I will talk to you soon.